What it will achieve is inflicting pain on Vladimir Putin and his regime and the Russian economy. We've targeted key banks that fund the Russian military. We've targeted key oligarchs who are close friends of Vladimir Putin. And what this shows is that we are prepared to take tough measures. This is the toughest sanctions regime we've ever put in place against Russia, but it will go further if we see a full-scale invasion of Ukraine. It's very important that we stay aligned and that Vladimir Putin cannot try and divide the West. He has sought to create ambiguity, to divide the West and divide NATO, and he's not doing that. We are more united than ever in making sure that Vladimir Putin and the Russian regime experiences pain from these sanctions and ultimately loses in his attempt to turn the clock back to the 1990s, to deny the sovereignty of Ukraine and to subjugate Eastern Europe. If there is a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, which I'm afraid to say, Kay, we are very much expecting. It's important that we retain some sanctions in the locker to respond to a full-scale invasion of Ukraine, because we are doing all we can to deter Vladimir Putin, to inflict as much pain as we can on the Russian government, to make it clear to the people of Russia that their government is violating international law, is violating sovereignty, so that we need to keep those sanctions in the locker for that, I'm afraid, very likely event.
What constitutes a full invasion?
Well, it constitutes troops crossing the border.
They have already.
Well, that is frankly ambiguous at this stage, Kay. We've heard.
So we acknowledge now that it's ambiguous, those two regions.
We've heard from Putin himself that he is sending in troops. We don't yet have the full evidence that that has taken place. What we are expecting, and this has been confirmed by the Americans as well as by the United Kingdom, is a full-scale invasion, including potentially of Kiev.